HFT20203. My metric number is H21A2410. Today I want to explain the data assignment. The first step of assignment is that on the number of classes. As way to determine the number of classes k in the 2 to the k rule as 2k greater than. Step 2. Determines the class interval or will. Class will max 131 min 22 equal max string male string equal 18.16 round up to equal 18. Step 3. Set the individual class limit. The minimum data entry is a convenient lower limit of the remaining 6 class at the class will of 80.16 to the lower limit of each previous class. Next, step 4. Match a tally mark for each data entry in the imported class. And last step, the number of the mark for class ID, the frequency for the class.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Syuhada binti Abdul Qadir and my metric number is H21A2466. Okay, now I'm going to present about graphical method. In graphical method, we use polygon and ogive. A frequency polygon is a line graph that emphasizes the continuous change in frequency. So, in the polygon graph, we calculate the data to find about frequency and midpoint. As we can see, the highest frequency is 13 at the midpoint of 84.5 and the lower frequency is 0 at the midpoint of 12.5 and 157 respectively. Next is ogive. Ogive is a line graph that displays the cumulative frequency of each class at its upper class boundaries. In the next table, we calculate upper class boundaries, frequency, and cumulative frequency. So, in the ogive graph, we want to know about cumulative frequency and upper class boundaries. The number of 39.5 upper class boundaries had a lower cumulative frequency, it is 9. Meanwhile, for the number of upper class boundaries, which is 147.5, has the highest cumulative frequency, which is 50. For the next slide, I will pass to my next member. Thank you.
We will go through the measure of central tendency. Firstly, mean. The mean is the average. The way to get the mean is the frequency multiplied by the midpoint for each class and add by the total frequency multiplied by the midpoint of each class, then divide by the total frequency. So, the mean of age group to forced labor was approximately 73.7 years old. Secondly, median. The way to get the median is with the sum of the frequency divided by 2. Then, look at the cumulative frequency where the number is and take the class and calculate together with the lower class boundary and class size. So, above of the labor force by age group is parallel are 69.15 years old. And lastly, mode. The way to get the mode is the class with the highest frequency, count with class size and so on. Parallel highest labor force by age group is 66.5 years old. Next, measure of variation. The way to get the range is the highest class minus with the lower class. So, therefore, the sample variable is about 793.47 and the sample standard deviator is about 28.17 years old.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Al-Hakim bin Muhammad Adnan. My metric number is 237. Measure of position determine the position of a single value in relation to other value in a sample population dataset. The most common measure of position are quartile, decile, and percentile. On this video, I will discuss most on quartile. Quartile is one of 3 points that divide a data set into 4 equal groups, and the difference between upper and lower quartile is called the interquartile range. The first step is we need to find the location of first and third quartile to know its location in the class interval. After we find it, use equation to find the first and third quartile. By the using equation, we get 52.1 for the first quartile and 94.34 for the third quartile. The interquartile range is 42.3. Shape of a distribution described by its number and of peak and by its position of symmetry in tendency to skew for its uniformity. From the data, we can know that mean is higher than median and median is higher more than mode.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Farah Amir Jalina Binti Jasni and my metric number is H2182044. Today I'll be explaining about part B. For part B, we must find a set data that have one independent variable and dependent variable. So our group select data from table 14 dosm.gov.my and the data is employed person by educational attainment Kelantan 1984 until 2021. Compare between employed person who have no formal education and employed person having a tertiary education. We have 36 years sample to calculate, and that's all for me. For the next slide, my friends will continue to presenting. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Alia Fatnin binti Muhammad Razali. My metric number is H2182359. I will explain about the simple linear regression that the last part of section B, which is calculate estimate regression equation, then interpret the regression equation. In this slide, we will see the formula how to calculate estimate regression equation. This is how solution to find R. R equal to 40,513.16 per 49,363.90. That means R equal to 0.21. Next, the calculation that we get to find mean of X and Y is X equal to 1,806.3 per 36, and then X equal to 50.18. We move to Y. Y equal to 3,300.9 per 36. That means Y equal to 1.69. Next, to find B0 and B1, B0 equal Y minus B1x. Regression equation, Y equal to B0 plus B1x. That means Y equal X 1.10 plus 0.211x. For B0, when the number of employee person who have no formal education is 0, the employee people having tertiary education is 81.10. For B1, the employee person who have no formal education increase in the years. For the employees, people having a tertiary education will increase about 0.211.